Joanna Cole was a big fan of two things: science and writing. She'd read science books growing up and studied bugs in her backyard, writing stories with images to go with the words. Joanna's interests would converge while she worked as an editor for Newsweek in the late 1960s. She decided to write stories of her own, inspired by her time working at an elementary school and her experience of bugs in her New York City apartment. Joanna debuted as an author with her children's book Cockroaches in 1971. Joanna would publish a variety of children's books, writing about life sciences and animals, but also about life's changes and challenges for children, through books such as The New Baby at Your House. Her success would get her tapped by Craig Walker, who was an editor at a very niche, probably never heard of publisher called Scholastic. Craig had this idea about a zany science teacher who took her class on field trips, and he asked Joanna to help bring it to life, alongside illustrator Bruce Deegan, who at the time was a New York City art teacher and did freelance illustration. Together, the two would bring to life a wacky, frizzy, red-headed science teacher with the most eclectic wardrobe and bubbly personality, taking her students on field trips of the human body, outer space, and the ocean floor, combining science, adventure, and fantasy at a time where mixing of genres was quite unheard of, all while depicting a diverse cast of students. The first book of the series was released in 1986, and by 1994, sales had hit 10 million copies. The series was able to make science fun and accessible through its various adventures, and it would lead to a collaboration of Scholastic, the National Science Foundation, and several other organizations to create an animated television show based on the bugs. In 1994, the show would debut on the U.S. Public Broadcasting Station, or PBS. The zany teacher known as Miss Frizzle would be voiced by the infamous Lily Tomlin, with each episode taking Miss Frizzle and her students on new adventures while learning about the world of science. Being one of PBS's most highly rated show at the time and earning Lily Tomlin a Daytime Emmy Award. The show would air until 1997, but would have reruns on the network, syndication on various other networks in over 200 countries, and be the fun little treat in science class whenever your teacher didn't feel like teaching that day. Joanna's love of writing and science led to the classic children's book series and the subsequent TV show that still holds relevance decades later, getting children excited about the world of science and a school bus. Now, I've asked my non-American friends what they think about this, and they all attribute that yellow bus to America and US media, and it's iconic and even exciting. And as someone who has ridden on that bus with the hard benches to school, I can tell you there's nothing magical about a school bus. Except for one. And it's thanks to Joanna and Bruce that this silly yellow vehicle inspired a generation of kids to take chances, make mistakes, and get messy. All while riding the magic school bus.
Surfing on a sine wave, swinging through the stars. Take a left at human testing, take your second right past Mars on the magic school bus. Alligator nostril, climb on the magic school bus. Spank a plankton too. On our magic school bus. Drop the river of lava on the magic school bus. Such a fine thing to do. So strap your bones right to the seat. Come on in and don't be shy. Just to make your day complete. You might get baked into a pie on the magic school bus. Step inside, it's a wild ride. Come on, ride